In my last lesson, I gave you the anaphora. In this lesson, I'm giving you the anastrophe, and a great example of anastrophe is figures of speech I love. Hi, I'm Edwin Palmer, and welcome to my Figures of Speech series. In this 8th lesson, I want us to learn everything we need to know about anastrophe, so that by the end of the lesson, you can name, describe, and produce your own anastrophe. So, what is anastrophe? Anastrophe is a figure of speech in which we change the normal word order of the subject, the verb, and the object. For example, in I love figures of speech, I is the subject, love is the verb, and figures of speech is the object. So the word order here is subject, verb, object. In anastrophe, this word order may be changed into object, subject, verb. In other words, we can change I love figures of speech into figures of speech I love. And we can turn the moon shimmered in the night sky into in the night sky shimmered the moon. In this example, the adverb of place in the night sky comes first, then the verb shimmered, and then the subject, the moon. Because English has a settled natural word order, anastrophe emphasizes the displaced word or phrase. For example, the name of the City Beautiful movement emphasizes beautiful as the word beautiful has been displaced. That's the whole point of anastrophe. We use it to emphasize a word or phrase by displacing it. Last but not least, when anastrophe draws an adverb to the head of a thought, such as for emphasis, the verb is drawn along. That causes the verb to come before the subject. So, never I have found turns into never have I found. As in, never have I found the limits of the photographic potential. Every horizon, upon being reached, reveals another beckoning in the distance. What effect does anastrophe have? Writers and speakers may use anastrophe to bring attention to specific concepts, but also to set apart a character. A character's speech may be distinguished in a text by frequent use of anastrophe. A great example of this is strong in the force you are. Furthermore, poets often use anastrophe in order to help maintain rhythm or a rhyme scheme. Though the use of anastrophe is less common in prose, fiction authors often use it in order to create a sense of depth or wisdom to the words being written. An example is, powerful you have become, the dark side I sense in you. Does anastrophe express correct or incorrect language? Anastrophe expresses correct language, but excessive use of the device, if the emphasis is unnecessary or even unintended, is usually considered a flaw, so don't overuse it. If you use it, it's a great tool to use when writing prose, poetry, and songs. Let's practice. In a couple of seconds, I want you to pause the video so you can read the excerpt from Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven. I want you to tell me which line contains anastrophe. Here's the answer. Truly your forgiveness I implore is anastrophe of the normal sentence, I implore your forgiveness. All this useful information came from these websites. I've left these links below this video. And we're moving on. How do we write anastrophe? This is how I write anastrophe. First, I think of a sentence which follows the structure subject, verb, object. Let's use I will write anastrophe. Then I change the word order into object, subject, verb. This is what I wrote. Anastrophe I will write. So that's how I do it. Now, if you love writing and want to practice your writing skills, I want you to challenge yourself by writing your own anastrophe below this video. I can't wait to read. You can do. Should you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Unless you have any questions, by now I'm sure you're able to name, describe, and write your own anastrophe. If you want YouTube to notify you that I've uploaded a new lesson in this series, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you want to watch all the lessons in this series, you can do that by clicking on that link as soon as it appears on the screen. Next Friday, I'll be back with a new episode in my series on intellectual giftedness and things related to it. Until then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and bye for now.